Hi, thank you for joining Connected2Fiber's Cloud for Connectivity demonstration. I want to start by explaining that this is a demo instance. So every customer has a unique instance that we set up for them. It is completely private and secure instance. You only share the data that you're interested in sharing. And I'm going to show you how you can do that in just a minute. So in this demo instance, our make-believe customer has some global routes that they're interested in looking on, some metro routes that they're interested in looking at. We can share routes that are open and shared to the general public. You can also put in your saved routes as well. So let's look at where all of this information comes from. So when you go into my buildings, you will see all of the on-net and near-net information that is put in there by Connected2Fiber. And this is all part of the overall platform. But what I'm going to speak to today in particular is participation. We help companies with three key things: participation in the market, how you're sharing your network assets to the global network community, as well as if you're doing type 2 services, how you're looking at your partner's data. And then the next piece that we help companies with is targeting, understanding what the competitive nature is within the building and what other carriers are in the building, as well as what tenants are in the building. And then the third part is an RFP and pricing tool. So you can take a list of circuits and upload them, and we will automatically tell you what's on net, what's near net, what's serviceable by your type 2 partners, as well as the pricing for all of that data in an instant fashion. So today let's talk about participation. One of the most important things that Connected2Fiber will do for you is we'll take your KMZ buildings with SplicePoint and we'll run a near-net analysis. And one of the reasons we're so successful at this is we have a big data analytics platform that we have created. It's 3,000 different open sources that is looking at tax records and insurance applications, lease applications, Dun & Bradstreet, all the normal ones that you would expect. And the only thing that we're doing is we're validating that address multiple times. And once the system has secured that they have the right address, we'll standardize it in whatever postal systems in your country has a standard address format. So in the US, it's the United States Postal Service. In Canada, it's different. In Brazil, it's different. But it helps the CRMs be able to pull up your information, and that speaks to fallout. The industry fallout rate is 20+%. That means when your sales rep is pulling your building list out of your system and formatting it into their network service provider customers format so that they can upload it into their CRM, when they try to pull the information out, because of all the inconsistencies in the addresses, they're only able to see about 80% of your network assets that you're advertising. So it's a huge accomplishment from Connected2Fiber that we're able to reduce that fallout from 20+% down to 0 to 2% by this process. So once we have all the addresses validated and standardized, we upload it into the system for you. So this creates your on-net and near-net address list. And then we want to allow you to publish this cleaned information to all of the global network service providers. And I think it's important to note that the network service provider that you're looking to publish your network assets to, they do not need to be a customer of Connected2Fiber. We can publish any on-net and near-net building list to any global carrier, and we will also allow you to do it via an API if they are a carrier within our system and we have an API connected to them. If your partner does not have an API, then we will send them a downloadable link, which is great. We're getting everything off of these big, huge spreadsheets, which is stopping the sales reps from sending it on a regular basis. So we want to make sure your building list gets out as often as possible. Let's create a building list. Okay, so you can configure this building list. You can say, I just want to send my building list for France or any different country. Building categories, whether you want to say connected or in progress. You want to include your near net and your on net, maybe your coax and your fiber. So there's a lot of different ways that you can create this building list. Or you could decide just to select everything and send the same building list to all of your different partners. So once you've created your building list, you want to decide who you're going to distribute that to. And you're going to build your distributions. The great thing about this is you only have to do it once for all of your partners. So let's say, where was that building list that I created for you? All right, here's your building list. We're going to move it over here. And then you can send it however often you would like to send it. If you're building a lot and you're adding a lot of on-net buildings, then you might want to send it monthly. We have customers who are adding 50 buildings per quarter, so they're sending it quarterly. And we have customers who are adding 1,000 buildings a month, and they're sending it weekly. So for this demo instance, let's just say you're going to send it monthly. And then we have a lot of different formats here. If you're doing business with AT&T and their Bleep format, you know how difficult it is to get it into this format. Well, this platform will automate this for you. We also have some standard Connected2Fiber platform or formats that we've created for you. If you want to add a template, let's say Colt or Barty or Singtel has their own template. If we don't already have a template in here, just send it to us and we'll add it. We're constantly adding them. So you decide who you're going to send it to, move it over here. And now this building list that you've created every month in this format will go to this person. And then you set it and forget it. You don't have to send another one. Now, anytime you make any changes to my buildings, whether you're adding buildings or you're decommissioning buildings, it will automatically update the building list next time it goes out to the carrier that you've selected. Now, that's part of our participation. It's a wholesale sales enablement tool. And then if you are interested in doing type 2 business so that you can respond to a larger amount of RFPs for any network services outside of your footprint, you want to download any of your network partners that you're working with, their building lists. Now, we have most of the building lists. The value add for us is that we are validating and standardizing those addresses as well. So there's no bad addresses in this system. We take care of all of it before we even upload it in here. So if you want to upload UFINET or any other network building list into this system, we'll validate it for you and upload it. And then everything will show up in the connected world. Let's take a quick look at that. You can go here and put in any address. I'm just going to pick one that is close to me. Now this, remember, this is a demo instance. You can oops. There we go. You can put in any building and it will automatically take you there on the map. And remember, we will upload your building, so this is a demo instance. Just to show you how my buildings interacts with the GUI interface, blue is on net, green is near net, and the orange is your type 2 partners. So you can take a look at any market and see what your coverage is. You can upload these metro maps as well, or routes, and that is the connected world participation. Our next segment will be targeting, so we will show you who the service providers are in any given building, as well as the tenants, and for target marketing purposes, so you understand the competitive nature in the building. And then the last part, as I mentioned, was the RFP and pricing tool. So please reach out to Connected2Fiber if you want additional information on our platform or a private demonstration where we can ask questions and look at some of the data in your area. Thanks for your time and have a great day.